Hello friends, I'm just going to come on here to talk about the last year, think about what I'm grateful for, and list all the cool stuff that happened to me. In no particular order, here's 5 cool things that happened to me this year. First thing I want to get into is I started a band with some friends of mine. We were called Soul Folk Union. We play soul, funk, indie, we're a jam band, lots of improvising and soloing. I play the bass in this project, and I've never had so much fun playing music with anybody. It's my first time being in a band where we're playing together consistently, and it's really helping me get better at listening and improvising. And I could not be having more fun. This is just a fun group to play with. Cool thing number 2. A lot of my music friends are in a collective called No Play, and this year I got to join. We're all individual artists, but the idea is we're going to come together for performances and for collaborations. Currently, we're still lining up shows, but I'm hoping for a lot of No Play action in 2024. Alright, cool thing number 3. There's a show on the local college station in town called Keeping It Local. They just play all local music from the greater Mankato area. They've played a lot of my music, and I love what they're about. They just support the local scene so much, and I've always loved it. And over the years, I've sent them a lot of local music they haven't heard, just people I know, and I've gotten a lot of people played on the show. So I was really excited when they asked me to join the show and have my own segment. So my segment's called Luke's Picks. So every week I get to pick 2 songs, I record a little audio segment, and then I just send it off. It's just been a blast picking songs every week. I've really enjoyed just going through my old CD collection for local music and finding people to play. I love it when someone I know releases music and the other guys don't know who that person is, and so I get to be the one to bring their music to the radio. I love working with those guys. I love getting to pick music. It's just been so amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. Cool thing number 4. My favorite lo-fi producer is Evie, and she's the founder of Secret Souls, a Dutch lo-fi label. I sent them some music, and they got back to me about releasing my song, Good Morning. I have a whole video on that, but basically it was extremely validating, and I was really excited to get the news that they wanted to drop one of my songs. And it's really cool to be on a playlist that I've fallen asleep to many times. Cool thing number 5, my first show as Late Night Luke. I've been making electronic music and hip-hop as Late Night Luke for a long time now, but this is my first official performance as that artist. I had a release show for my album, Finals Week 2. I got to perform it at a coffee shop. I was joined by Conundrum and Lester, 2 guys that are also in No Play. Yeah, and we just had such a fun time. We just were playing music, people were drinking coffee, chilling, hanging out, and I definitely want to do a lot more shows like that. Sometimes you get mental blocks about things like that, like putting together a show, especially if you haven't done it before. But once you do it, then all of a sudden your mind is free and you're thinking, wow, I could do this a lot more, I could do it this way, I could work with these people. So I've just been opened up to a lot more possibilities with what I can do with that going forward. So those are my big highlights, but just to list off some other smaller things really quick. Bought a lot of guitars this year. I found that it's hard to work at a guitar store and not want to be buying guitars all the time. So me buying 3 guitars is actually showing some restraint, I would say. So for a long time, my room's been untreated. This is the year that I got some foam panels on the wall, have an acoustic panel to my side, and then 2 foam panels behind me. Been a long time coming for that. Glad to finally have a semi-treated room. And I got some Christmas lights up, and I actually really like this lighting. This is nice lighting for me, so I'm gonna keep them up all year probably. So as always, I have a lot to be grateful for, especially when I take the time to reflect on it. There's just so much good that has happened to me this year, and I just want to always be thankful for that. I want to take the time to think, wow, this is great. This is awesome. I'm glad this is happening to me, because I have a lot of things to be grateful for. And this wasn't meant to be a resolution video, but I will say one thing. This year, I was planning to write a lot of songs, and I did not accomplish that. As you've seen today, I had a lot of other cool stuff going on, so I'm not necessarily trying to feel bad about that. But going forward, I really want to just write a lot more. Writing music's my favorite thing about music, and when I don't make time for it, I'm just not as happy. It's kind of like drinking water in that you don't do it, and you don't realize that was your issue. So then when you finally drink water, you're like, wow, I feel great. I just needed some water. That's what songwriting is like for me. And just in the last couple days, I've gotten back into it and I felt great. And I'm like, oh, this is missing from my life. I need to do this. So 2023 was meant to be the year of the song, but that's okay. 2024 is now the year of the song. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you have a good 2024, and I will see you next year. Peace.